Good evening. A court is ordering the arrest of businessman Atong Ang for the death of several sabungeros. The arrest warrants were dated January 13 and issued by the Santa Cruz Laguna Regional Trial Court Branch 26. Ang is facing multiple counts of kidnapping and serious illegal detention and 4 counts of kidnapping with homicide. On December 9, 2025, the Department of Justice indicted 22 individuals, including Ang and 15 policemen. The cases were filed in Santa Cruz and San Pablo in Laguna and Lipa in Batangas. The DOJ resolution based its indictment on the testimonies of the Julie and Ella Kim Patidongan, who served as close-in security for Ang. The resolution stated that it was firmly established that Ang exercised command responsibility and actively directed the abduction operations. According to the resolution, record shows that all orders to apprehend the sabungeros emanated from Ang. The prosecution recommended no bail for their temporary liberty. Ang has filed a motion to reconsider and reverse the DOJ resolution, which is still pending. Ang has denied involvement in the reported kidnapping killings. He alleges that Julie Patidongan threatened him to pay 300 million pesos or else be implicated in the case. Police have sent out tracker teams to locate Ang and serve the arrest warrant. The Criminal Investigation and Detection Group says that there are 17 individuals under custody in connection with the reported kidnapping and killing of sabungeros. In a press briefing on Wednesday, January 14, CIDG Director Major General Robert Morico II says 7 civilians were arrested in addition to 10 police officers already in restrictive custody. According to Morico, they received 2 arrest warrants from the Santa Cruz Laguna Regional Trial Court Branch 26. The warrants were against 18 accused, including gaming tycoon Atong Ang and 10 police officers.
So they are already under surveillance and they are arrested. Some of them are security, some of them are employees ng yung sabungan.
He also notes that the civilians were arrested in Batangas and Laguna. Earlier Wednesday, CIDG National Capital Region Chief Colonel John Giagi told reporters that arrest warrants had already been served for 10 police officers in restrictive custody. Giagi later confirms that the 10th police officer was also arrested on Wednesday. Morico explains that the 10th police officer was dismissed from the service before the arrest warrant was issued. As for Ang, the CIDG director says manhunt operations are ongoing. Morico adds that their latest information indicates Ang is still in the country. Ang previously denied any involvement in the reported kidnapping and killings of the sabungeros. Morico notes that police have yet to receive any communication about a possible surrender.
We have several ongoing ngayon ng manhunt. There are several properties niya po in Metro Manila as well as in Region 4A na ongoing yung ng tauhan namin. I asked Mr. Atong Ang to peacefully surrender.
Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla says he and his brother, Ombudsman Boying Remulla, were offered 1 billion pesos to quiet down the probe into flood control projects. In a phone interview with the Inquirer on Wednesday, January 14, Secretary Remulla says the alleged offer was made by a mutual friend of a personality implicated in the scandal. He says it was offered to him during a private meeting around 2 weeks ago. According to Secretary Remulla, he immediately turned down the offer. When asked what the Remullas were asked to do in exchange for the money, the Interior Secretary says it was so the personality wouldn't be indicted.
Through an intermediary, na kaibigan ko, na kaibigan din niya, pinabanggit sa akin kung pwede raw. Sabi ko, wag na ako kausapin. Wag usap kung ganyan lang. Tinigil ko na yung usapan. It was supposed to be for me and my brother to quiet down the case para hindi sila ma-indict.
According to the secretary, the bribe attempt was from one suspect, but he says he doesn't really know much about the suspect. Secretary Remulla also says he immediately informed President Bongbong Marcos of the offer.
Isang client lang eh. Isang suspect. I don't know them kasi I've never spent time in Congress, diba? I've always been in
Unaccepted.
local government, so di ko sila kilala masyado eh. So may mga kaibigan sila na kaibigan ko rin. It was a private meeting and I informed the president immediately that what was going on. And he said, okay, he acknowledged he knows that this is bound to happen, but he acknowledged na tama yung ginawa ko, tumanggi nila ako.
So far, 26 individuals have been charged in the flood control scandal. Resigned ako Bicol Party List Representative Zaldico and 15 others face charges in connection with a 289.5 million peso project in Occidental Mindoro. Meanwhile, contractor Sara Discaya and 9 others are tagged in a 96.5 million peso project in Davao Occidental. 6 areas remain under tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 due to tropical depression Ada. In its 5 p.m. bulletin, Pag-asa says Ada maintained its strength as it slowed down over the Philippine Sea east of Mindanao. According to Pag-asa, Ada was last spotted 545 kilometers east of Hinatuan, Surigao del Sur. It packs maximum sustained winds of 45 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 55 kilometers per hour. Signal number 1 remains hoisted over northern Samar, eastern Samar, Dinagat Islands, Surigao del Norte, and Surigao del Sur. Areas under signal number 1 may expect minimal to minor impacts due to strong winds. Pag-asa also forecasts Ada to intensify into a tropical storm in 24 hours. The State Weather Bureau says Ada is moving west-northwestward at 10 kilometers per hour. It is forecast to move generally northwestward over the next 3 days. Ada is seen to pass close to or make landfall over eastern Visayas on Friday, January 16 or Saturday early morning, January 17. It will then pass close to or make landfall over Catanduanes on Saturday or Sunday, January 18. Afterwards, Pag-asa says it will turn generally northeastward over the sea east of Luzon. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.